Have you ever felt like you're living a life that doesn't quite feel like yours? Like you're following a path someone else laid out for you? I know that feeling all too well. A few years ago, I found myself at a crossroads, stuck in a career that drained me, surrounded by expectations that didn't align with who I truly was. I'd wake up each morning with this nagging sense of unease, like I was wearing a mask, pretending to be someone I wasn't. I'd look at my life, successful by society's standards, but inside, I felt empty, disconnected from my own spirit. If you're watching this, I'm guessing you felt something similar. That quiet ache of living a life that doesn't reflect your unique path, that doesn't let your true self shine. It's a struggle many of us face, and it's not something we often talk about openly. We're taught to follow the right path, go to school, get a good job, settle down, fit in. But what if the path you're on is dimming your light, keeping you from the life you were meant to live? That's where Carl Jung comes in, a thinker who understood the power of embracing your unique path. Jung believed that we all have a true self, a deep, authentic essence that's waiting to be discovered. He introduced a concept called the shadow, the hidden parts of ourselves we've buried, like our fears, our desires, the parts of us we're afraid to show the world. When we ignore our unique path, Jung said, these shadow parts keep us trapped, living a life that feels inauthentic, unfulfilling. I remember the moment this realization hit me. I was sitting in my office, staring at a spreadsheet, feeling like I was drowning in monotony. I'd always loved writing, stories, poetry, anything that let my imagination soar. But I'd pushed that passion aside to chase a stable career. I felt like a stranger in my own life, like I'd betrayed the person I was meant to be. The weight of that disconnect was heavy, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was meant for something more. Maybe you felt that too, like you're living someone else's story, not your own, like you've buried your true self to fit in. Jung would say that feeling is your unconscious trying to wake you up, urging you to embrace your unique path and step into the life you were meant to live. It's like Neo in the Matrix, trapped in a world that told him who to be, until he chose to break free and discover his true destiny. Embracing your unique path can feel like that, a powerful awakening, a journey to uncover the spiritual power within you. Jung called this journey individuation, the process of becoming your truest self, fully aligned with your deepest essence. So, what does that journey look like? How can embracing your unique path lead to a spiritual awakening? Let's dive deeper into that together. When I first started exploring Carl Jung's ideas, I wasn't sure what I'd find. I was in a place of deep frustration, feeling like my life was a series of compromises that left me disconnected from my true self. But what I discovered was a profound truth. Embracing your unique path isn't just about following your dreams. It's a spiritual journey that can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Jung's teachings showed me that when we align with our authentic selves, we tap into a spiritual power that brings us freedom, meaning, and connection. One of the first things Jung taught me was the importance of facing my shadow, the parts of myself I'd hidden because they didn't fit society's expectations. In my case, I'd buried my love for writing, my desire for a life of creativity, even my fear of failure. I told myself those dreams were impractical, that I needed to be realistic. But Jung said that when we integrate these shadow parts, we find a kind of freedom that opens the door to spiritual growth. For me, That meant acknowledging those desires instead of suppressing them. I started writing again, just for myself at first, pouring my heart onto the page. And something incredible happened. The more I embraced that part of myself, the more alive I felt. It was like I'd been living in a cage, and I was finally breaking free, stepping into a light I'd forgotten I had. Jung called this process individuation, the journey to become your truest self. When you embrace your unique path, you're not just chasing a dream, you're awakening to a deeper connection with your spirit. I felt this shift one afternoon as I was writing in a quiet cafe. I'd been working on a story, losing myself in the words, and for the first time in years, I felt this profound sense of peace. I wasn't just writing, I was being me, fully, unapologetically. Jung would say that's what happens when you align with your unique path. You stop living by society's rules and start living by the truth of your soul. It's a spiritual awakening, a realization that you're part of something greater, something sacred. Another beautiful thing Jung talked about is synchronicity, the idea that when you follow your true path, the universe starts to support you in unexpected ways. After I began embracing my unique path, I noticed this in my life. I'd meet people who shared my passions, friends who encouraged my writing, even opportunities that felt like they were meant to be, like a local writing workshop that appeared just when I needed it. It was like the world was reflecting my inner truth back to me. I think of Santiago and the alchemist, who followed his heart and found the universe conspiring to help him. Embracing your unique path can feel like that, a journey where every step brings you closer to a life that feels truly yours. For me, one of the greatest benefits was finding a sense of purpose I'd never known. I'd always thought purpose meant achieving something big, fame, success, recognition. But as I embraced my unique path, I realized purpose is about being true to who you are. Writing became my way of connecting with something deeper, a spiritual power that felt bigger than me. Jung would say, that's what embracing your unique path does. It helps you find a meaning that transcends the ordinary, a meaning that comes from within. Imagine what that could look like for you. What if embracing your unique path meant not just finding happiness, but discovering a purpose that lights up your soul? That's the gift Jung offers, a way to turn your life into a spiritual journey. It's not always easy, but it's worth every step. And the best part, there are practical ways to start this journey, steps you can take today to embrace your unique path. Let's dive into those next. Now that we've seen the spiritual power that comes from embracing your unique path, let's talk about how to make that journey real in your life. Carl Jung's teachings offer us practical steps to align with our true selves, and I found these steps to be incredibly transformative. They helped me move from a place of disconnection to a place of purpose, and I believe they can do the same for you. The first step Jung would encourage is to face your shadow, the hidden parts of yourself that you've pushed away to fit in. This means looking at the desires, fears, and passions you've buried because they didn't align with society's expectations. For me, this looked like sitting down with a journal and writing about the dreams I'd abandoned. I asked myself, what have I always wanted to do but been too afraid to try? I wrote about my love for writing, my fear of failure, even the shame I felt for not following the right path. At first, it was uncomfortable. Those feelings were raw, and I wanted to hide from them. But as I wrote, I felt a clarity I hadn't known before. It was like I was meeting my true self for the first time, and that meeting brought a sense of freedom. Try this yourself. Take 10 minutes each day to journal about your hidden desires. Ask, what dreams have I buried? Or what am I afraid to admit I want? Don't judge what comes up, just let it be. Jung believed that by facing your shadow, you begin to uncover your unique path, the one you were always meant to follow. The next step is to listen to your unconscious, which Jung saw as a source of spiritual guidance. Your unconscious speaks to you through dreams, intuition, and quiet moments of insight, often showing you the path you're meant to take. I started paying attention to my dreams during this time, keeping a journal by my bed to write them down each morning. One night, I dreamt of a glowing path winding through a dark forest. I realized that path was my unique journey, and the forest was the fear I needed to move through. You can try this too. Keep a notebook by your bed and write down your dreams each morning. Look for symbols, a path, a light, a guide, and ask yourself what they might mean. Jung would say, this is your unconscious guiding you, pointing you toward your true self. If dreams aren't vivid for you, try sitting in silence for a few minutes each day, asking, what does my heart want? And listening to the quiet voice within. Another powerful practice is to take small, courageous steps toward your unique path, which Jung saw as a key to individuation, becoming your truest self. This means doing one thing each day that aligns with your deepest desires, even if it feels scary. For me, this meant setting aside time to write, even just for 15 minutes a day. I remember the first time I shared a story I'd written with a friend. I was terrified of their reaction, but their encouragement gave me the confidence to keep going. You can start small too. If you've always wanted to paint, buy a small canvas and try it. If you've dreamed of traveling, plan a weekend trip. Jung believed that every step toward your unique path is a spiritual act, a way of honoring the sacred within you. It's like Neo in the Matrix, taking small steps to break free from the system, becoming stronger with each choice. These steps, facing your shadow, listening to your unconscious, and taking courageous actions, aren't always easy, but they're doable. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just take one step at a time, and you'll be amazed at how much you can grow. Jung believed that every choice to embrace your unique path is a step toward spiritual awakening, a step toward becoming your truest self. So, what's one step you can take today? Maybe it's journaling about your hidden dreams, listening to your intuition, or doing one thing that makes you feel alive. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Let's share this journey together. We've walked an inspiring path together, exploring the spiritual power of embracing your unique path. We began by acknowledging the quiet struggle so many of us face, living a life that doesn't feel like ours, following a path that dims our light. That disconnection, as Carl Jung taught us, comes from ignoring our true selves, from burying the parts of us that don't fit society's mold. We've seen how those hidden desires and fears, when left unaddressed, can keep us trapped in a life of inauthenticity, unable to shine as we were meant to. Through Jung's wisdom, we discovered the profound benefits of embracing your unique path. By facing your shadow, you can find a freedom that opens the door to spiritual awakening, a lightness that comes from integrating all parts of yourself. This journey of individuation, as Jung called it, helps you become your truest self, connected to a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. And as you align with that true self, you might notice the universe supporting you in beautiful ways, bringing you new connections, opportunities, and a joy you thought you'd lost. I've felt this in my own life, and I know you can too. Embracing your unique path isn't just about following your dreams. It's a spiritual awakening that transforms your life in ways you never imagined. We also explore practical steps to make this journey real. Facing your shadow by journaling your hidden desires, listening to your unconscious through dreams and intuition, and taking small, courageous steps toward your true path. These steps, though challenging, are powerful. I've seen how they've changed my life, helping me move from a place of emptiness to a place of purpose. Jung believed that this journey is lifelong, a process of becoming more and more yourself with each step. It's like Santiago in The Alchemist, who discovered that the treasure he sought was within him all along. Your unique path, though it may feel uncertain, can be the beginning of that journey, a chance to find the treasure of your own spirit. Now, I want to invite you to take this journey further. Start with one of the steps we talked about. Maybe it's journaling about your hidden dreams, listening to your intuition, or taking a small step towards something you love. Try it for the next 30 days and see how it feels. You might be surprised at the difference it makes. If you want to go deeper, I recommend Jung's Man and His Symbols. It's a beautiful exploration of the unconscious, and there's a link in the description to help you find it. You can also join our online community, where people just like you are sharing their journeys of embracing their unique paths. There's a link for that too. This isn't a journey you have to take alone. I'd love to hear how you're embracing your unique path. What's one step you've taken to follow your true self? Share your story in the comments below, because your words might inspire someone else to take that brave step. We're in this together, building a community of people who are choosing to live authentically, to shine as their truest selves. Thank you for being here with me today. You're not just a viewer, you're part of something bigger, a movement towards spiritual awakening. As you move forward, remember this: your unique path is yours to embrace, a sacred journey that only you can take. You are enough exactly as you are, and your light is worth sharing with the world. Jung believed that the greatest journey is the one within, and embracing your unique path can be the start of that adventure. You deserve to live a life that feels truly yours, a life where you shine. So take that first step today, and let's keep walking this path together. I'll see you in the comments, and I can't wait to hear how you're shining.